There is a need for a solution for breast cancer prevention that first asks women, what do you need? And then develops that.
1 in every 8 women have breast cancer at some point in their lives. The good news is that it's a highly treatable disease, and many make a good recovery. The trick is catching it early, something that humans are less successful at, but that dogs manage to do with a spooky level of accuracy. We meet a scientist who was determined to take that super sniffing technology and make it accessible to everyone.
I believe that there is a need for those diseases that mainly affect the female population to be taken into account.
Hello! Today we're doing a small trip into the mountains.
Judit Giro Benet is a biochemical engineer, and she's on a mission to give women control over their own health. She's just 23 and still at university, but she's designed a home testing kit that aims to change the way breast cancer is screened.
For me, being a woman who is a biomedical engineer, seeing that this is happening in my field, this started kind of a frustration in me when I was studying in the university. When I heard about the statistics about breast cancer, I saw an opportunity to turn this frustration into a potential solution.
And it all started with some dogs that came into her undergraduate course.
Some doctors came to my university and they started explaining a study that they were carrying out. They had a dog that was able to smell the breath of patients, and the dog would bark if the patient had breast cancer. That inspired me a lot because once again it was proof that sometimes the solution for these worldwide problems is already invented by nature.
The problem that Judit Giro Benet had recognised is that while breast cancer is treatable, not enough women catch it early enough. And the dominant method for screening, the mammogram, she feels could be improved upon.
Mammograms are painful, they are uncomfortable, they are not convenient at all, which is one of the main reasons why a lot of women are skipping mammogram-based screenings.
In addition, the chance of getting a false positive mammogram test is very high, with roughly half of women who screen regularly getting one at some point.
This is a huge amount of anxiety that we are every year causing to women, telling them that they might have breast cancer and they need to go to the hospital again for a second exam. And in the end, it's just a benign lump. So there is a need for a solution for breast cancer prevention that first asks women, what do you need? And then develops that.
Once this problem was recognised, the next step was to mimic what sniffer dogs do by building what's known as an e-nose.
I thought, if a dog can detect breast cancer, maybe my Arduino and some sensors can also do it, right?
An Arduino board is a simple microprocessor that uses open source software and hardware. It can read an input and turn it into an output. In this case, the hardware was connected to a sensor and programmed to detect the particular biomarker that the dogs were responding to.
We collected 90 urine samples from breast cancer patients and from control healthy subjects, and the sensitivity of the device was 75%.
Sensitivity measures the probability of actual positives in a test. Judit Giro Benet wanted to push that number higher, so she enrolled in a master's at the University of California. With the support of mentors, she was able to add AI to her testing system, and this was the game changer.
The amazing thing here was that just by adding artificial intelligence into this device, the classification rate changed dramatically, and now our classification rate is over 95%. Which means that more than 95% of the samples analyzed are properly classified.
So how exactly does it work? What's happening in that box?
So your family would have one blue box at home, and all the women in your family would be able to use it. The only thing you would need to do is to collect one urine sample in one container, just like this one, and introduce it inside the blue box. What happens next is all automatic. You don't need to worry about it. Inside the blue box, there are some sensors that are specific for some biochemical molecules that are present in urine. But their presence or their absence determine breast cancer.
Cancer alters aspects of the body, resulting in certain biological molecules, known as biomarkers, being formed in bodily fluids. These molecules will eventually leave the body via various pathways, such as the urinary tract. Similar to the way sniffer dogs sense lung cancer from patients' breath, the sensors inside the blue box are tuned to react to specific breast cancer biomarkers found in urine. AI can spot those biomarkers and draw conclusions that could not have been reached using human intelligence alone. The exact biomarkers used in the blue box are commercially sensitive.
The signal recorded by these sensors will be processed or pre-processed by an Arduino that is inside, and then it will be sent via Bluetooth to your phone. Your phone will send the results to the cloud, where our artificial intelligence algorithm is hosted. So, in just some minutes, you will get a diagnosis in your phone.
The AI was trained to detect late-stage cancer with large tumours which produce a lot more biomarkers. In order to be an effective screening tool, the blue box will need to detect early-stage breast cancer.
We are planning to start another round of clinical studies very, very soon. We're going to go to hospitals and collect urine samples from women that the same day that they are diagnosed with breast cancer, really, really early stage. And if we get enough of these samples, we'll be able to train the blue box to detect breast cancer in an early stage. And then we will be able to say, the blue box is a breast cancer prevention tool.
Amazing. Is this the only type of cancer the box can detect?
So the only limitation of this algorithm is how many urine samples are we going to be able to get? If we are able to train the blue box with urine samples from patients that have multiple human conditions, I'm confident to say that the blue box might be able to detect other types of cancer. But so far, only metastatic breast cancer.
Around a year into the project, it took on a very personal tone for Judit, as her mother was diagnosed with breast cancer.
That was, once again, a reminder that breast cancer is in every home, that this is a problem that we need to take seriously, and we need to provide a better solution for women. And, well, now my mom is perfectly fine, and I'm incredibly motivated to continue together with Billy pursuing this goal.
Since the blue box technology is still in development, Judit Giro Benet is keen to make the point that mammograms shouldn't be skipped.
Today we're having a family lunch all together because it's like the name day of my mom, so that's a perfect excuse to gather all together and have some barbecuing.
The mammogram is the best technology we have now. The mammograph saves lives. So I think this is a clear statement that we need a better solution, and this is what we are trying to do.
So are these types of devices using AI the future of healthcare?
I would say the medicine of the future is this medicine in which technology and doctors work together. I would like the blue box to be a tool or an agent of change, something that is changing medicine of the future, something that is turning traditional curative medicine into a futuristic preventive medicine.
So much science and tech in that story. And if you want more of that, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe and hit the bell button below for notifications.